guys, it's Ali here, and today we're going to do a design or hardware-based view, but not specification, just design and the build of phones. We're going to be comparing the Lumia 920 versus the Lumia 900, the Nokia 808 PureView, the Nokia N9, which is filling in for the Lumia 800, since they have the same body and size, and you have your typical iPhone. I know there's the iPhone 5, there's the iPhone 4 for us, I'm not even sure, but what can you do? I don't have those, and honestly, if we're going to bring the iPhone 5 into the mix, then everything is going to change dramatically because it's honestly the winner in all the dimensions that we're going to compare today. But anyways, let's get down to it. First of all, we have the Lumia 920, the newcomer to the scene. Is weight-wise, the Lumia 920 is the heaviest of the bunch at 185 grams. But for good reason. First of all, it has a 4.5-inch screen, the largest screen on any of these devices. It also has a very high resolution screen, and besides, all the technology that's crammed into it. So that's 185 grams. In second place, weight-wise, we have the Nokia 808 PureView, which is, interestingly, even with a huge camera bump, is still lighter than the Lumia 920, clocking in at 169 grams. So you have about 7 grams difference between the two. Nothing really noticeable. And then third place, you have the Lumia 900, clocking in at 160 grams, so there isn't even that much difference between the Lumia 900 and the 808 PureView, even though there is a huge difference size-wise between the two. And fourth place, you actually, rather than the N9 or Lumia 800, you actually have the iPhone, which is heavier than the 800 or N9, coming in at 137 grams, I believe. And there's actually a very minimal difference between the iPhone and the N9, whereas the iPhone is 137 grams, the N9 is only 135 grams, so there's a very minimal difference between the two. So nothing even worth mentioning. So just zoom back out, get them all next to each other again. So dimension-wise, it's a whole other story. Dimension-wise, surprisingly, a lot of people are complaining about the thickness of the 920 when it's actually the second thinnest phone in this group. Thickness-wise, of course, you start off with the Nokia 808 PureView, coming in at the thickest size, clocking in at 13.5 millimeters thick. 13.9 millimeters thick, followed by the N9, or as we were calling it, as we're pretending it is this time, the Lumia 800 at 12.1 millimeters thick, or thin, whichever way we want to call them. So let's just zoom in on those two right there. And after those, you have the Lumia 900 at 11.5 millimeters thin. So there's about half a millimeter between the N9 and the Lumia 900, something I really can't see. And then you get the Lumia 920 at 10.7 millimeters thin. So this is actually the thinnest device of all of these. Of course, I believe these dimensions are taken at the thinnest point in the device, possibly because there's no way this is only 13.9 millimeters thin. And then you have the iPhone 4 coming in at 9.3 millimeters. So there's only about a millimeter and a half difference between the Lumia 920 and the iPhone 4. So that's actually not too bad of a difference for a device that everyone's complaining about is so damn heavy or so thick that it's not even possible to fit in your pocket, or the crazy complaints people come out with. So let's just, since we already have them stacked up, one final comparison where the Lumia 920 will shine over the rest and really show why it is Nokia's latest flagship device is the screen resolution, or the screen size. In fact, let's start with the screen size. So let's see if I can stack these up. By screen size, you have the Lumia 920 with a 4.5-inch screen, resolution of 1280 by 768, making it the highest resolution device in this group, not only because of the resolution but also the PPI, which is higher than Apple's fabled Retina, which the PPI of the 920 is 300 is 332 ppi, while the iPhone's Retina screen is only 326 ppi. So there is a difference between the two, comparing that the Lumia 920 is, in fact, the winner in this case, and I believe the iPhone 5 still holds the same PPI, or even less PPI than the iPhone 4S. So the 920 beats the iPhone 5 in terms of screen resolution. So we have a 4.5-inch screen on the Lumia 920, followed by the 4.3-inch screen of the Lumia 900, which has an admittedly very low resolution of 480 by 800 WVGA resolution, which was standard for Windows Phone 7. So let's get that on thickness again. Once again, we said that the Lumia 900 is actually thicker than the 920 at its thickest point. If you see the phone tilting, that's because the curved screen of the 920 is forcing it to settle wrong. And then the third largest screen, we have the 808 PureView with a 4.0-inch screen and a very low Symbian limited PPI of 183. I know it's sad, but you know, the people who bought this phone did not buy it for its screen. That's for sure. And then you have the second to small screen is the N9, which has a 3.9-inch screen, while the Lumia 800 had a 3.7-inch screen. So that's like one of the basic differences between the two. And then you have the iPhone 4 or 4S with a 3.5-inch screen, something they promised they would never change, and surprise, surprise, the iPhone 5 came out with a 4.0-inch screen. So I guess some things do change. Just get a side angle. These phones are slipping all over the place. So there you have it. As we mentioned, the Lumia 920 is not the thickest of the bunch. It's actually one of the thinnest. And it has the highest screen resolution. And admittedly, it is the thickest, but I swear to you, it is not an issue. I mean, the thickness of this, or its weight, you know, it's good weight. It's like when you have a full wallet. You know that the wallet has a meaning. That's exactly the only way I can describe the Lumia 920. That its weight is meaningful. And that's about it for the hardware coverage. I mean, spec-wise, there's way too much to get into right now. So we just covered the weight, the screen resolution, and the screen size. So hope you guys found this video useful. And if you want anything else, let me know. And feel free to comment, like, subscribe, do your usual things. And if you actually want some comparison videos, comparison pictures close up, I will post some on Flickr and link them in the thing down below. So be sure to check those out as well. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.